But let's shift focus now to the auto space, where we have M&M is the stock on our radar. The company reported their numbers. Their auto sales for August were solid. It was a 25% rise that we saw. SUV sales are at a record high as well. Veejay Nakra, the President, Automotive Division at M&M, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Nakra, good morning and thanks a lot for joining in on CNBC TV18. Very strong sales month after month. SUVs are doing phenomenally well for you. But just tell us, what kind of average monthly run rate are you looking to achieve over the next few months, given that A, you have the festive season upon us, and B, there's also this, lingering worry about the deficient monsoons that we have in August. Do you see that dampen demand in any way?
Sonia, thank you for having me on the show. So, yeah, robust performance for the month, and while we don't give a guidance going forward, what I would like to mention is that we've been talking about our capacity at about 39,000 per month for SUVs, and if you look at the month that we just closed, we were there in terms of delivering to our capacity to 99 or 100% of our capacity. In terms of going forward, the key thing is that, yes, while we've seen a little bit of disruption in the monsoon in the month of August, there is a view that September would be a lot better. But as we get into the festive season, we are getting in there with a lot of our supply. So there are three things, the supply chain issues, which we've managed well month on month. And, we've kind of worked around that to make sure as we get into the festive season, we take care of that one lever. The second one is capacity, which we spoke about. We already have that in place. The third one is demand. And on the demand front, we continue to have a very, very strong demand on all the brands, especially the blockbuster launches. We've had 700, Thar, Scorpio N, Scorpio Classic. So, we are getting into the festive season with close to 2.9 lakh booking pipeline on the SUV front. So we are pretty robust. We are pretty bullish as we get into the festive season.
We were just having a conversation with the management of Maruti, and they said that almost 50% of the industry now is SUV sales, and that's remarkable. I mean, they're doing a lot of work in this space as well. For your own business, given that SUVs is such a large portion now, how much do you think you can take it up to, say, over the next 1 to 2 years? What will the contribution from SUVs be to the overall business? And would this mean better blended margins for you? If yes, how much could they be?
So, firstly, on the volume going forward, I think we've put out there saying that we are well on track to getting our capacity for SUVs to 49,000 per month at the exit of Q4 of this financial year, and we are well on track to get on that. We also have 2 launches in the next calendar year of 2024. I'm not talking about F24, but calendar year 2024, where we have the 5-door Thar coming in, and we also have the mid-cycle enhancement of the XUV 300. There's a lot of excitement in store as we get into the next calendar year, be it new launches, increase in capacity. So I think all of that will play out in helping us get to the kind of volumes we want to do. And of course, we've always said profitable growth. Difficult to comment or give a guidance in terms of blended margin going forward. But if you looked at our Q1 results, we are back to F19 levels of margins. At the end of Q2 of F22, we had talked about a 3 percentage point improvement in margin, and we delivered that well before that. And we ended Q1 with a margin of 7.5% at PBT level. So I think the financials are strong. The focus is on profitable growth. Capacities are being enhanced. Supply chain is being catered to month on month, and the demand continues to be strong. Sonia, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. While all this focus has largely been around SUVs, there is also the less than 3.5 ton segment, which is a very, very significant size of industry and even part of our portfolio, and both in terms of volume and profitability. And I'm very happy to even mention that we ended last month where we've crossed 50% share. We ended the month at a little over 50% share of the less than 3.5 ton segment. So, so from an overall volume perspective, both the small commercial vehicles, which is less than 3.5 ton, and SUVs both have a strong performance currently and going forward.
All right. Hi, sir. Good morning. Good to hear your thoughts on the space itself. I wanted to ask you about the electric XUV 400. What's the response out there? What are the learnings? I mean, are there more launches in the pipeline? If you could give us a rough idea about the monthly numbers, how do you see that panning out?
Yeah, so we've always said that the XUV 400 is our first EV launch,
yes.
And we've always said that we're going to approach it a little cautiously going forward. It's a different category. We want to make sure that we have the product absolutely right as we go in there. We had said at the launch, we had mentioned that we would want to deliver between 15 to 18,000 vehicles in the first 12 months. We are in the process of ramping up to get to that level, keeping a very close eye on product quality and delivery. There is a lot in store on the 400 front in terms of offerings to the customer, which we will bring out in the future. So we are on track in terms of delivering on the 400. I think the category itself is seeing a little bit of challenges going forward. And if you looked at August numbers, from an overall volume perspective, if you look at month on month, it didn't kind of grow the way one expected it to grow. And I think that's got a lot to do with, sometimes the disruption in the category or the expansion of the category happens when there is disruption of products that get launched. We have a very exciting offering, which we will launch starting December 2024. We put that out there that we have 5 products in store that we would be launching. And I think a lot of that will help in terms of expanding the category.
Right. Mr. Nakra, hi, good morning. Prashant here. Your passenger vehicle market share would be around 10.5% now, sir? I mean, how is that going to trend going forward? Would you be able to inch up? And where do you see in the next 6 months?
Prashant, that's what I kind of mentioned. I think demand is robust. Capacities are going to go up from 39,000 per month to 49,000 per month at the end of Q4. We've managed the supply chain reasonably well. I think that's still going to continue to be a challenge going forward for the next 12 months, especially given that most of the capacity being set up on the semiconductor side is non-auto grade semiconductor. So I think there would be some challenges on the supply chain side that we need to manage. With hopefully the monsoon playing out in September, we think as we get to the festive season, it should be pretty robust for us.
Leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining us, and all the best. The monsoon season hasn't, there have been some roadblocks, but hopefully things will get better. Thanks for joining us. Well,